Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's good, everybody? What is good? Y'all hear me? What's poppin'? We are back on a Monday. We are back on Monday. In the building. Baltimore in the building. Where y'all from? Y'all let me know. Let me know where y'all from. Is the beat too loud? Let me know if the beat is too loud. Let me know what's up, y'all. Where y'all from? Come on, let me know. Got a few people in here right now. Yes, sir. Wow. We good? We good? Good? Uh-oh. Did my package come in yet? No, not yet. What's good, everybody? Hey, man, don't get on me. I know I try to do my best with the drywall and stuff, man. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I kind of overdid it, but we did our thing. I'm not that good at drywalling. I know how to do just about everything else, but drywalling, I can hang drywall, but I can't mud and tape like that. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Ohio? What's good, everybody? Y'all come on in. Y'all tell a friend and tell a friend I'm on here. Y'all let everybody know. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button to show some support. Show a little support to your boy over here. That'll be excellent if y'all do that. Y'all can show a little support by hitting that like button. You know what I'm saying? So make sure everything is all good. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Blank screen? We got a blank screen? Screen is blank? No. Uh-oh, what's going on? We got the screen, got a blank screen going on. Just make sure everything is okay. Everything good? How we looking? How we looking? Let's see. We good? We good? Y'all see me? Okay. Just trying to make sure everybody can see me, because today we want to talk about something very good, man. I want to talk about something dope. All y'all loop makers out there. Where's all the loop makers at? You know what I'm saying? Want to make sure all the loop makers were all good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke from no loop makers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that beat came out pretty cool. I just made that beat not too long ago. It's actually pretty cool. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear the beat? Let me see if I can turn it up real quick. If I can get back to the screen. Shoot, I don't know what I just went into settings. I don't know how to get out of here. Yeah, okay, cool. Y'all hear this beat right here? Phaser Nation, appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for the donation. Hey, if you guys want to donate, oh, this came out hard. Oh, that hook. What y'all think? Made it with all my stuff right here. A few more people get on in here. We're gonna start talking about these loop makers. Let's turn this down. Yeah. This one is, you know, let y'all guys kind of hear what I've been working on. Hold up, 2 Chains. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all are funny. Y'all are good. I love y'all, man. For real. For real, for real. But yeah, if you guys want to donate, go ahead and donate to the cause, man. I really appreciate it. If you don't have it, if you do have it, it's all good. It could be $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever. But please help donate to the cause, because it actually helps me out so much, because if you guys donate, I don't have to go do other stuff. I can do more live streams like this. So, you know, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It is all good. So we got a few people in here right now. So one thing I did want to discuss is a great interview the other day from Producer Grind. If you're not following Producer Grind, you need to go ahead and follow Producer Grind. Producer Grind has been putting out a lot of great content, man. Those guys have been doing really good. Dylan's, you know, been doing really good. You know what I'm saying? TB, who is Jay Beats, you know, they did a great interview that I watched with Palace the other day, and that was actually pretty cool. And one thing that they touched upon, and they actually put it on their channel, on, you know, that they highlighted in the interview, was, you know, Loopmakers getting paid and, you know, getting royalties and getting certain percentages. And you know, oh, appreciate you, Positive Influence. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Oh, what's a good guitar VST? There's actually a really cheap one at it's at ADSR. It's like adsr.com. They have a good cheap one. There's some free ones that's out there that's really cool. Or just get like Contact. Just buy Contact, and then buy some contacts, the Contact instruments for it, and they have great stuff in Contact. It's really cool. Or y'all, if y'all can't help him out, he's trying to find a good guitar VST. Y'all let him know inside the comments. Y'all go ahead and let him know inside the comments. But back to what I was saying. You know, they had a great interview the other day, and Palace basically said that, you know, in a lot of instances he gave up. He didn't want half. He didn't want half of the publishing on the track. And a lot of people, a lot of producers like me, a lot of guys who produce, who are not Loopmakers, who basically add the drums to it and maybe might add a few more sprinkles on top of it and get the beat placed, we kind of understood that. And so my thing was, I want to kind of piggyback off that conversation, because you can have, you know, you can watch the whole interview first. Watch the whole interview first. If you haven't watched the whole interview, you need to watch the whole interview. It was a great interview, a lot of insight in it, man. It just a hell of an interview. Like, it was really good. But the thing about it, what I want to say is our Loopmakers, you know, underpaid, undervalued, underappreciated, basically. And you know, right now we're in that age where there's a lot of Loopmakers. People send loops to me every day. They send guitar loops, piano loops, drum loops, whole compositions, all that. And at the end of the day, I'm just being honest, I don't think that they are, you know, underpaid. I don't think they're undervalued. I think it is what it is. And I'm gonna give you some examples of why I think what he said is actually very much correct, and his way of thinking is very much correct. So for everybody who is in here, like, how many of you guys are loop makers? How many of you guys actually go out, make loops, and send loops out to several producers? Because that's what it seems like a lot of loop makers are doing. They're just taking their stuff and they're actually sending their loops out to several producers, hoping to land a placement. Who's in here that is a loop maker? And if you are a loop maker, let yourself be known, because there might be somebody on this stream that might be looking for a decent loop maker who can help them out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, let yourself be known. It's all good. Like, if you technically think about it, I've been in a few sessions where I just did just the melody and somebody else added the beats. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you're a loop maker, let everybody know. If you're just a full producer, let everybody know as well. You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of, you know, link some people up. But of course, I do appreciate all the loop makers, because you do take your time out and you do make loops. However, what I'm really ultimately getting at with a lot of this stuff is a lot of people say that they want to get 50% or something. And yes, I can understand. I can understand you getting 50%. I understand that you want to, you want to collect on half of the publishing. However, like I said before, we have to look at it in this type of context. And I've talked about this before. When you are sending out loops, and I think DJ Payne 1 actually put a comment on their Instagram, on Producer Grind's Instagram. He actually said that he agrees with what Pilots was saying, because a lot of loop makers are sending the same loops out to several producers. It's not like you're sending it to one producer and y'all are working and y'all are building and y'all doing whatever. You're sending those loops out to several producers. And then what those producers are doing is they're the ones that are getting the loops. They have to still add the drums onto it and do their thing. But then at the end of the day, they will turn around and then go into these studios and place these records with these artists off of their name. They're not placing it off the Loopmakers' name. They're placing it off of their name, their production, and everything that they're doing. And I actually feel like that is very true, because that's what happens to me. A lot of people send me loops and stuff like that, but they want me, not them, they want me to go ahead and do the labor of getting it placed. And I think, just to be 100 totally honest with you, I feel that that person's not entitled to the full split. Now, we can agree to disagree, which I see some people that might disagree with that, but I seriously don't think that giving somebody 50% of the publishing and you didn't do most of the work. I'm just being honest with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I would want everybody to get their publishing. Do not get me wrong. I would love for everybody to get their publishing, and I would love for everybody to be able to get their money on a record. However, if they're contacting me to get some beats, or if I know a certain artist or whatever, and I know I can get my beats to a certain artist, and I actually add this Loopmakers loop onto a beat that I made, or I added my drums onto that, you know what I'm saying? If I added my drums onto that, I feel like, I'm the one that got this song placed. It wasn't the loop maker who got it placed with the artist, it was me. Now, if it was something totally different, to where, if, say for instance, the guy who made the loop, we did the loop together, and I added some drums in there, and he took the loop and got it placed, then we're talking about something totally different. That's what I'm trying to get at. And I think that's where a lot of people get things lost at. They're like, well, you should be able to split it, because without the loop maker, you wouldn't have had the beat. That is true. However, you know what I'm saying? All you did, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they saying right here, all Palace did, like what he said, Palace just did the loop. All he did was the loop. He didn't do anything else. He did nothing else but just the loop. But now he's at a point right now, Palace is at a point right now where people are actually stepping to him. Artists are stepping to him saying, hey, we need to get some loops, and then we're gonna get our guys to put some beats on it. But nobody looks at the flip side of it. And I tell people to always flip the situation to understand where we're coming at as producers on this type of a situation. Imagine if a loop maker, and I'm gonna say this again, imagine if somebody was a loop maker and they sent me a loop, and I turned around and put my drums on it and did everything on it, and then I sat there, couldn't get it placed, but then they might have caught up with an artist and then they got it placed. That means that they did most of the work. So technically, can I say, well, hey, I'm Bolo, the producer, you got to give me my 50%, even though all I did was add the drums to it, but you are the one who got it placed. Me, to be totally honest, I'll be like, hey, bro, just let's work this out in the publishing. You did all the work, so you get the lion's share of the publishing. I wouldn't have not one single problem with that. Not one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of people have an issue with some of this stuff, is because they feel like, oh man, y'all trying to steal from the Loopmakers, y'all stealing from content creators. We're not trying to steal from nobody. What we're doing is, at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're helping each other out in a sense. But if one person is working more than the others, it's totally different, because a lot of these loop makers, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of the loop makers that I know do not leave the house and they don't go to these sessions. Sometimes some sessions, You know what I'm saying? Some sessions, we're actually putting our life on the line because you don't know if this artist has beef with somebody. You don't know what's going on. Or if they even have to come to my spot and I got to be like, hey, what's up? Is everything cool? Y'all, everything all right? And I have to find these details and whatever. And then I'm the one usually having to negotiate the prices. And I'm going to have to get my lawyer involved and all this stuff. And people don't think about all of that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody thinks about, oh, what about lawyers? What about this? What about that? A lot of these loop makers don't even have lawyers or representation, or they get with some cat who barely has any representation, which I'm dealing with that right now with some loop makers signing with people who have no idea what the music business is about. And we dealing with unprofessional and, you know, people that don't have any knowledge of the music business, but I'm doing all of that. And so you mean to tell me I'm supposed to give away 50% of the production? I just can't do it. I couldn't see to myself to do nothing like that because it just is what it is. And that's where people kind of get things screwed up in a sense. Like, oh man, they're trying to take money from me. We're not trying to take no money. And people send me loops all the time. They send me loops and stuff all the time. And I'm gonna have to start putting a disclaimer out and telling people, if you're sending me loops, don't expect for me to turn around and just give you 50%. It does not work like that. Like if you're sending me a loop, if you're at home and you make this loop and it might take you 2 hours. Let's think about this. Say for instance, a loop maker, for all the loop makers who's watching it, you might take 2 hours to make that loop, or it might take less than that, right? Imagine what I gotta do. So I get the loop, I add the drums. Let's say for instance, for me, it doesn't take me long to add drums. It might take me 15 minutes to add those drums. So you did 2 hours of making a loop, it took me 15 minutes to do the drums. Okay, right? Let's think about this, hold on with me. But then I go out and I make a phone call and say, hey, I think this beat might be good for this artist. Or I might call my publisher or somebody and try to send these beats in through my publisher who has access to some bigger artists. Or I might call my homeboy. I might call somebody and say, hey, the artist that you're working with, I think we can get this thing in there. And it's like, cool. And they might say, come on, pull up. Or, hey, they're doing a session in New York, or they're doing a session in Miami, or they're doing a session in LA. We need you to come pull up. And now I got to turn around, buy a flight, because they're not paying me to fly there. I got to buy a flight. I have to go out there. And then now we have to create the record. So that means sitting in the studio for hours upon hours and hoping, you know what I'm saying? And hoping that we get this record done, number one, because we don't know if it's going to be the record get done tonight or it might get done later on, or whatever. We hurry up and get the record done. And then from that point, we have to get the record mixed. And then I have to go through all the paperwork and everything else. But mind you, the loop maker is just home. And guess what he's doing? While I'm out working this one record, he's making more loops. And guess who he's doing? Guess what he's doing? That loop maker is not just sending me the same loop. They're sending several producers the same loop. Like, do y'all get where I'm coming at? You know, in a sense, do y'all get where I'm coming at saying, do y'all get what I'm saying? And do y'all kind of get what Palace was saying? Because, okay, yeah, you know, I think so. But I think there was some other guys were saying, I think that's totally wrong. I think that's not right. Now, but if that loop maker did the same thing I did, then guess who gets the deficit? Me. I have to take a smaller portion of the loop because I didn't do the work that the loop maker did. If he turned around and got that placement, I automatically, even if he just got the placement, I would say, yo, bro, you get 60%, I get 40. If he had to go sit in the studio and sit there for hours and travel and do everything, then I'd be cool with taking 30% of the 70, which is cool. But people don't put into perspective of how that stuff actually goes. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I think that a lot of people, like it's a lot of loop makers who don't have any placements, but then as soon as they get the first placement, they stall and hold up the whole situation because they're trying to fight for publishing that they never even had. And be honest with you, for the past couple of weeks, I haven't even been really using loops like that. And if I have been using loops, I just go to a site like Splice or like, you know, or Landar, and I just get the royalty-free samples, and I ain't got to deal with anything. But it's just, you know, everybody has those. Well, not Landar. A lot of people don't go to Landar and get loops, which y'all need to start going to Landar. Landar got some dope loops too. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, you have to understand that if somebody's doing the work, it's not about the music. And I try to tell people this all the time. It's not about the music. It's the business that happens alongside of the music. People think it's just all about the music, but it's not. The music is the fun part. It's the most exciting part about it, being in the studio and doing anything. But to get a song released through a major label takes time after you get done with that, because now the lawyers have to get involved. We have to negotiate. And some of these loop makers have never negotiated. Like, there's people asking for 50%, but they don't even negotiate nothing. You know what I'm saying? We still got to make sure that we're still getting half of the record. Because, you still got the producer side, you got the writer side. And sometimes the writers might say, well, we only got 40% for y'all because I'm such and such writer. Or we have this person, that person, this person, that person attached to the record. So we only have really 30% to give to the producers. Whoa, what the hell? What's going on? And we have to negotiate a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But just like how somebody else said, Joker says right now that a loop maker gets the fun, not all the BS, and that's true. And a lot of people cannot go with the BS. They can't deal with the BS that goes along with that. Now, if you're a more established loop maker, and then you're getting to that point where people are like hitting you up or whatever, if you're more established, then you can pretty much understand what the type of BS that we have to go through to get these records done. So it's not just getting the beat and we just turn the beat in and the artist just says, okay, cool, y'all get 50%. I'm gonna slap this on my album and y'all just get paid. No, it does not work like that. It's a lot of back and forth with lawyers that people have no idea about, which costs money. Sometimes there's a lot of traveling, because sometimes you might want to sit there and hear how the mix sounds. You might need to go mix it yourself, or you might need to sit in the studio so the artist can stay attentive on creating this record that you put your time and effort to. And then it's a lot of negotiating back and forth with managers and labels. You just don't negotiate with just the managers. Sometimes you have to negotiate with the labels, the A&Rs. You have to negotiate with so many different people just to get that one placement. And I just feel like, to be honest, whoever is doing that is a person that deserves the lion's share of the publisher. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm really here to try to help a lot of you guys out to kind of see that side of it, because with that interview, it was so many major gems. And do I feel like I said before, do I feel like loop makers are, not getting paid or undervalued or unappreciated? No, I don't. But I do think a lot of them need to understand their place in the music game. I can, and to be honest, if a loop maker never sent me a loop ever again, I would be totally fine, because I know how to play. I know how to make my own beats. All of my beats I've done by myself. All of my big placements I've done by myself anyway. So it's not like I really need loop makers, but sometimes it's actually pretty cool to actually get some nice melodies from somebody and do it. It's kind of like working in the studio with several producers. Sometimes there might be 3 or 4 producers in the studio working on one record and everybody's giving input. The only thing between a loop maker and that is the loop maker's not giving you input at that exact moment, unless you might call this person, Skype this person, whatever. But once you got the loop, it's up to you to kind of decide how you want to do the drums. And even if the loop maker sends you that loop and he sends 5 other people the same loop, I'm almost pretty sure it's gonna be 5 different type of beats made with that loop, because everybody has a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, am I wrong for how I'm feeling? You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong for feeling the way I feel about this type of, business? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I sound greedy in a sense? Like, do I sound greedy? Do I sound like somebody who's coming off on the greedy side about it? Because I want to be able to get some understanding with people, because I think a lot of times people do not understand how this music business works. You know what I'm saying? And then, another thing. Even while we're putting these songs together, right? I've been in a situation one time where I was about to get a song. It's like the first time I was about to get a song placed with somebody using a loop. I couldn't believe it. I was literally in the studio with the artist, and I played the beat with the loop in it. And the artist is like, yo, somebody stole your record. Somebody stole your song. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, somebody stole your beat. I'm like, what you mean? Now, I ain't played this for nobody. He was like, look, they use the same sounds as you. Look, somebody sent it to me already. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Sure enough, the same loop maker sent the beat to another producer, and he made a beat to it, and the artist remembered the loop, pulled up the beat, and I was like, yo. He was like, yeah, man, I already did a song to it. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, well, I guess we ain't gonna use that. He's like, but I still wanna hear it all the way through because I might wanna do something different to your drums. And I was like, you know what? Nah, not gonna do it. I said what I'll do is I'll just go through some stuff. We'll make some stuff from scratch. Because that could have potentially been a situation that could have really tanked the whole session. But luckily, the artist was cool because he thought it was just funny. Like, yo, like that's what guys do now. I'm like, nah. It's like there's no stealing. It's just like, you know, loop makers make loops. He couldn't understand the concept of a loop maker. What does a loop maker do? I'm like, well, you know, they make the melodies for the beat, and I'm trying to explain this to him for like 20 minutes, but he was high and it just kind of went all over his head. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just went all over his head. But that situation did happen to me. It happened to me. It was funny, but at the end of the day, it was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, and the guy who he sent the beat to he's a known producer, but he's not out there like that yet. So he's kind of getting his feet wet. And I'm like, man, there's really shooting these loops to everybody. And like, if you talk to people like, you know, a lot of these loop makers, man, they send their beats out to 20 different producers, and these guys are using them, and sometimes this stuff can get crossed up. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how this thing works. But yeah, I just want to see, like, you know, how you guys feel about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you guys feel about it? Do you guys use loops? Do you guys have a loop maker? Do you guys have, you know, do you have like do y'all guys like to use a Splice or like Landar or Loopmasters or something like that? Just kind of bypass all that so you have to worry about it? Like, because right now this is the time to use loops. I remember when the MIDI stuff was big back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But like now it's like royalty-free loops is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I like it, you know, because some days I might want to come here and just get started on a beat, and I might not be inspired, but then I might pull up a loop and just make something fire, and then that might get me inspired to make my own stuff later on. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's some of the places y'all like to get y'all loops from? If you don't use loop makers, where do you guys like to get y'all loops from? You know what I'm saying? Is it Splice, Landar, Loopmasters, Looperman? You know what I'm saying? TrackLib. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you guys like to get y'all stuff from? You know what I'm saying? Because I think, like, look what we got. You know, what's his name? Malik says I loop myself. Sample Lab is dope. I forgot about Sample Lab. They're dope too. Looperman has a lot of stuff, but you got to be careful with Looperman because if you look at some of these guys' loops, in their description, they tell you, like, as soon as I do this, I want 50% of the publishing and I want 50% of the money that comes in. Like, for real, I've been on, don't get me wrong, I actually did videos on Looperman of trying to, you know, add Looperman to your iPad. You know, so I've done videos on that like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And, you know, I go on and it's like, these guys are like, yo, I want the publishing and I want the check. You gotta give it to me, all of it. You gotta give all of it to me. I did the loop, but I ain't do nothing else. All I did was the loop. I didn't do anything else but just the loop. But I want everything. And then if you don't do it, they get mad at you. You stole my publishing. You took my publishing from me. But I didn't do anything. I'm calling the loop police. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. It's like, yo, what did I do to you, bro? All I try to do is get you a placement. And then I'm telling you, like, listen, the song is only 100%. You have a writer side, you have a producer side. If we do have 50% allocated for production, a 70-30 split is not bad. You're still getting, like, a lot of times you're still getting close to 20% of the record. What's wrong with that? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really mind breaking bread. Like, you know, some people are cool. Like, I talked to Honorable C-Note. I was talking to C-No the other day. I said, what do you feel about Loopmakers? Would you give them, you know what I'm saying? Would you give them half or would you break it down? He told me straight up, he said, shoot, I'm giving them half. That's his mindset. And I don't knock him for it because there's a lot of producers that want to give you half. And truthfully told, if that loop is that fire, and it's like whatever, I'll be like, hey, bro, you know, I got you. But if it's like something where I could have got from like 10 other loop makers that sing the same thing and we get it placed, I might say, hey, bro, all I can do is, you know, get you from that point. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Tip said 20 is good for him. Because I believe in this. I believe something is better than nothing. I truly believe that. I believe something is better than nothing. A lot of people will sit here and say, well, it's not about the money. But then when they get into a bind, it's like, oh, man, I could have made this publishing, man, but he didn't want to give me all the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't get mad at the right producer who can put the muscle on the skeleton properly. Yo, pin that. Pin that message. Had to put you at the top of the page on that. Preston Taylor, got to pin that. He said the quote of the day, can't be mad at the right producer, come on now, who can put the muscle on the skeleton properly. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy what you just said, my guy. Love that. I love that a lot. But yeah, Preston is preaching right now. You know what I'm saying? Preston is definitely preaching right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to like the down loop makers or nothing like that, but I've just seen some practices over the past couple months when I started using them, because like with Splice, before Splice like really blew up, like people using Splice, you know what I'm saying? Landar, stuff like that. They were using a lot of stuff, but then all these loop makers started getting into their heads like, without us, the music game is not gonna survive. That's what some of them feel like. Without the loop makers, it's not gonna survive. And let me tell you guys something. We were making beats before we were using loops. That's what people fail to understand. We were making beats before people were sending loops. That's how we got our names out. So we didn't need loops. We still don't need loops now. A lot of us know how to play, a lot of us know how to do things, but we're honestly bringing people into the situation that we don't have to bring in. We don't have to bring nobody in. And we don't have to cut up the publishing. But we do. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying, like how they used to do back in the day, you just, you know what? You just make beats in the background. I'm gonna put my name on it, and I just give you a little money on the side. All right? You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that no more. We're actually giving people light. You're getting credits. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because people are like, yo, who was this dude that made the beat with you? Oh man, this kid was, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, he's Loopmaker. Oh, okay. So he wasn't in session with you? No. Tell you the truth, I don't even know what it looked like. But he got credit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see where I'm coming at? Like, we don't even know. Like, a lot of these loop makers that send me stuff, I don't know you, I've never seen you, none of that stuff. And for you to come out and say, I need this, or we're not using the loop, guess what I'll do? Okay, delete loop. Let me go ahead and put my thing on top of it, and guess what? I'm gonna convince the artist to go ahead and use what I made. I'm not even gonna make nothing nowhere near what you sent me for the loop on that. Delete that loop off there. Let me make my little thing because I know what I'm doing because I'm a producer. Just like everybody else is a producer out here, and I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Somebody say how to get work with me. Hey, just send me some stuff, see what you got. My email is in every video. Send me some stuff. Oh yeah, before I get too far off, yes, producer review, beat review is Wednesday at 8:30. So I want to see y'all guys there. I want to see y'all guys at the review at 8:30 Wednesday night, Eastern time zone. That means New York time zone, means Atlanta time zone. Because a lot of you guys are like, yeah, it was 6:30, man, but it was already off. It's Eastern time zone. So if you're in Cali, that means it starts at 5:30. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Mountain, 6:30, Central, 7:30. You know what I'm saying? 8:30. I'm trying to push it back because a lot of you guys saying I started too early for people like on the West Coast and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all check me out. We got the beat reviews, and they've been getting really good. And so the last beat review filled up in 10 minutes. Like really less than 10 minutes. I checked it in 10 minutes. And then the final 5, that went super quick. So I'm gonna have to start doing these weekly, and I might do a different format next time. I might do 1 beat for 15 or 2 beats for 25 or something like that, so I can get more people in. Because a lot of you guys who want to get in, I want to make sure I can highlight as much stuff as possible. So for everybody who's asking, if y'all want to play beats on the beat review, this week is closed up. So I'm gonna try to do it possibly next week. I just got to see what my schedule's looking like, and I'm gonna try to do it weekly for you guys as long as possible. As long as we can keep this thing kind of going, it'll be kind of good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they have been pretty solid. The beat reviews have been solid. You know what I'm saying? I've only had one problem, and let me tell you this: if you guys are going to be doing the beat reviews, please, you guys, like, YouTube is eating me alive with a lot of these copyright things. And it hasn't been no copyright strike, it's just been a copyright claim type of a situation. But if you are going to use your stuff, try to use stuff that I can use online, try to be original. Some of the samples, like if I hear a sample come on, I'm gonna start talking over it so that the algorithm won't catch it or whatever, or the bot won't catch it. But I'm trying to play this stuff. But the last guy sent me some loops that he registered through another site, and then as soon as the live was over with, which the live wasn't even monetized, they still hit me with a copyright claim because he sent me some loops that's being claimed through another site. Like that's crazy. But yeah, Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. I want to see all you guys there. So let me get back to this. Yeah, like I was talking about before, back in the day, there was a lot of ghost production, ghost writing, stuff like that. And they weren't getting anything. They weren't getting nothing. They were just making the beat, and they were getting a little portion of the money that was coming in, or they would do a thing called a LOD, which is a letter of direction. And basically what that meant is the producer would get the money, and then basically as soon as the producer get paid, they would pay the other person, but their name would not be on the credit, or they wouldn't be in so much of a system, but they would still make the money, if you know what I'm saying. So if they got paid through ASCAP, basically if you did a letter of direction, the producer would get his portion, and then in that letter of direction would send the other portion to the ghost producer, even though that their name won't be signed up as a person on the credits or as like on the publishing side of it, which still goes on to this day, kind of. Especially with Sound Exchange, because the only way producers can get their money through Sound Exchange is either they have to be the artist, or the artist has to do a letter of direction with the producer, which is crazy. I think Sound Exchange needs to totally do away with that, and that's going to be a whole nother topic for that. Whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. You can go back. Yeah, you went all the way back to She Got It, man. That was crazy. We recorded that in my dad. I built a shed in the back of my dad's house, and we recorded that song. She Got It. That was my first big break in the music business, and it helped me out a lot. Shout out to Two Pistols. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. That got me a lot of stuff. That started everything, and then everything just kind of just picked up from there. So that was cool. Yeah. But man, at the end of the day, what I want to say is, to all you loop makers out there, and I want y'all guys to hear me very closely. If you're not doing anything, if you're not going out, negotiating, going into these rooms, sitting in the sessions, doing all the leg work, the real work, the business work, don't expect to get half. There's some producers who are totally fine with it, but there's a lot of them that are going to be like, nah, I did all the work. They came to me. They didn't come to you. You came to me. They didn't come to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not going to work that way. It's just not going to work. And I want you guys to really understand. I want you guys to really understand that. And I think, to be honest with you guys, all the information that I am giving, I think I should have a few more likes on here. I think I should have just a few more likes. I got 61 likes on here, and we've had over about 1,200 people come in on this live. You know what I'm saying? We've had over 1,200 people come in and out on this live, and I only got, we got 67. And then the chat, like, no donations, no nothing. Like, come on, man, I'm trying to help y'all guys out because I got a lot of stuff that I'm starting getting out, because at the end of the day, I think that, you know, a lot of people are trying to hold you guys back. I don't want to hold you guys back. If you got questions or whatever, leave me some questions or some topics you want me to talk about in the lives. And if I gotta do lives every day to try to cover everything, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? The only time I won't do a live is maybe on Thursdays when I do the producer interview, which I do have a producer interview this Thursday with brother Backpack Miller. He just did one with Eminem. He's a multi-platinum producer. If you don't know who Backpack Miller is, I'm going to be introducing him to y'all so y'all guys can check him out. He has a great story, and he's doing very well now. He's doing very good. You know what I'm saying? He produced the Ayo and Teo Rolex record. He's produced for Kevin Gates. He's produced for a lot of people. So you know what I'm saying? So Backpack Miller is going to be on the producer spotlight this Thursday at 12:30 p.m. So y'all need to check that out. And thank you, produced by Tip. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tip. Thank you, everybody that's donated already. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And, you know, we're going to try to do some more stuff. Now, like I said just now, I see y'all guys in the comments. Y'all want to know how producers get paid and how you make money. We basically make money off of royalties and off of advances. And basically, advances are a loan against your money. That's how we make money, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Optimus Shadow, I think. You got to, break that down how we supposed to say that. You know what I'm saying? We got to, you know what I'm saying? We got to say that. I got to break that down so I can understand how to say. I want to say your name the right way. Yeah. So now people want to ask like different questions or whatever. What I'm gonna do tomorrow's actually my birthday, y'all. So if y'all want to go ahead and donate to me some cash, I might just do a live for my birthday tomorrow for you guys, man. Octodam Shadow. Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. But tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday, you guys. Another year around the sun. And I think I might do a live tomorrow, like a birthday live, man. And y'all, if y'all guys want to donate something today or donate tomorrow, it is all good, because I think I'm gonna have a good time. I might be a little out of my mind because I've already started my birthday stuff already. You know what I'm saying? I've already started my birthday shenanigans already. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So yeah, I think I might do a small birthday live tomorrow, and I'm gonna see what's going on. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here today and talk to you guys about, and let you guys know, for all the Loopmakers, all the people doing music, you guys are very much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Reese. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yes, I want to definitely do, thank you so much, Malik. Thank you. But I want to definitely try to do more topics on this whole music thing. I want to start getting a little bit more deeper, because I've been kind of doing stuff on the lives that's just been kind of cool. And of course, we've been doing the beat reviews, which has been highly successful. And I'm gonna let you guys know, there's a few people that actually come on these lives under dummy names, and they're actually pretty big producers. Thank you, Positive Influence. Thank you, Jay Miller. Appreciate that. But like I was saying, there's actually a few big name producers that actually come on these lives, and Bricks the Main might show up on Wednesday night for the beat review. He said, he hit me up. He said he's gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to get a few other producers, but there have been a few very big producers that come on these beat reviews and on these lives. Like, I've actually seen 2 or 3 come on these lives, and I know exactly they are. I appreciate you guys for popping up on here. Thank you, Jay Burke. Thank you. 60 or 62. Yeah, I'm somewhere. I ain't that far away. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got some producers that actually come on, and I'm not gonna tell you who they are, but they have been on. But Brix's came on, Javar Rockmore's came on. C Note has been on here a few times. He's popped in and out. So it's a few people that come on the lives, and I'm gonna start doing some face-to-face lives too. I've already talked to Sonny Digital. We're gonna do a producer spotlight with him. I've known Sonny for years, even before he got his big break. So I've known Sonny for a long time. I'm gonna get M16 on here. I'm working on DJ Plug, working on a lot of people to come on here and be a part of that. So so y'all stay tuned to that. Lowens, that's how you say it. Appreciate you on that, man. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna do a birthday live. It's just celebration of just music and of course me. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do that. And I appreciate everybody who donated today, man. It really helps out a lot. You guys just do not know, because now I have time to do this more with you guys instead of me sitting in the studio all day, like coming up with stuff. So that the more I make here, I don't have to necessarily go down to the studio and do certain things, because I still record from time to time. I still do sessions from time to time because it keeps me grounded. It keeps me very much grounded by working with just regular, normal, hard-working people. And everybody can't get in the studio. Some people try to get in the studio a lot. Right now, to record with me, it's going to be about $100 an hour. But you're going to learn a lot. We can talk, we can do whatever. But I just can't have everybody coming to the studio. I'm not going to be a $30, $40, $50 person. So if you want to come to the studio and work with me, $100 an hour, and we can work. You know what I'm saying? And I have, my people around. You can ask questions, you can do whatever, and we can be live in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Be live in the flesh. And we can work all that out. I'll put something like that on my website or something like that. But yes, Wednesday night, beat review. I'm gonna talk to Bricks the Main, see if he's gonna come on for a little minute. I'm gonna talk to Sonny. I'm gonna text everybody and see if they want to come on for a minute. But yeah, great topic today. I want to have more topics like this, so y'all hit me in the comments section on my YouTube, on my communities tab. Y'all make sure to watch communities tab. So I got some stuff going on. I got a few things going on with the communities tab on YouTube. I'm actually gonna put up a little post today, and I need to get some stuff that you guys want to hear, and I need to know when would be the best time for me to do these lives for you guys. Do you guys like it at this time? Do you like it earlier in the day, or do you like it in the evenings? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Depending if I have my kids or whatever like that, it's kind of up in the air, because I keep them certain days out the week, you know what I'm saying, so their mother can work and all that stuff like that, and I can do my own work, so we try to make things do what it do, you know what I'm saying, co-parenting or whatever. And I try to make sure that everything is cool. So we're gonna try to get this live popping. I want to see if the live is cool for right now. So if you guys want, like I said before, y'all want to come record with me or just sit down and chop it up with me face to face, $100 an hour, and I'll give you all the information I know, and we can just chop it up. And if you want to do some stuff online, you know what I'm saying, it's like $75 an hour, which I am setting it up right now. The reason why I haven't done it yet is because I want to get all the kinks out of the way first, so it can just go smoothly. I'm actually going to talk to Jay Black. I'm going to need to call Jay Black about it. Produced by Jay Black, because he does his courses online, and I just gotta see how he sets his stuff up, because I'm still fairly new at this. As you guys can see, I bought a lot of stuff, and things are getting a lot better with these lives, and things are going good. So man, I appreciate everybody's came on. I appreciate everybody that's donated. Tomorrow is my birthday. We're just gonna celebrate tomorrow, and we might talk a little things, music. I might make a beat. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I just want to let you guys know I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate everybody that comes on these lives. And, I just appreciate it all, man. Like, I really, really thank you guys for just making my channel what it is right now. I think everybody that watches me on the daily, I thank you guys for logging in even while you guys are at work. I thank you guys so, so, so much, man. And I just want to say, man, I thank you guys. And I'm really, really, really trying to push this producer culture forward. And I really just want to just spread the love. So yeah, like Like K Todd says, you know, peace, y'all. Make some dope music. Make some dope music. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're gonna celebrate my birthday tomorrow, man. It's gonna be great. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed everything. Hope you guys learned something from it. And don't be discouraged. Y'all keep making great music regardless of what I say, regardless of anybody else says. You do what you do and you find a way to become great in this music. All right? So love you guys, man. And like I always say, peace out and let's party tomorrow.